Okay. Good morning. No, good afternoon. It's
Good
afternoon
afternoon,
there.
yeah.
So tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Margaret Roland, and I teach art here at Forest Ridge.
Okay. So talk to me a little bit about how you got into art and why you want to teach it.
Absolutely. So this is my 22nd year in elementary teaching, and over the years, I found myself just in the classroom. I've taught pre-K through 6th grade in one form or the other, and kind of what I always turned to was hands-on projects with my kids, and always bringing art into the classroom, and just really grew that love of art. And then about 2 years ago, I decided to just kind of take a leap of faith and practice what we preach with the kids about being a lifelong learner. So I studied really hard and learned about the process of taking the art certification, and then went and did that, and then took a leap of faith and left the classroom, which I miss having a group of kids to call my own that you kind of watch and grow throughout the year. But I found in the art room, it's extra special because you get to see every single kid in the building, and then you get to see them grow from itty bitty all the way, up here in Richardson up through 6th grade. So it's really, really cool.
So tell me a little bit about what is your favorite art project or art thing to do?
I personally love watercolor painting, and so that's something that I do with the kids a lot.
Okay.
And I also believe in giving kids real art supplies whenever possible. So the kids love it because I give them almost professional grade watercolors, and it makes them feel so special because they're getting to touch and use the same kind of supplies that I talk about using in my own creation and artwork. And so it helps the kids to see that what they're using is what I'm using, and that we're working alongside each other to create and explore the creative process, which ultimately, for me, it's fun to watch their self-esteem grow and their problem-solving skills grow. And I do think having a regular classroom general ed background helps, because when they come in here, I get to do a lot of cross-curricular things, and I know the TEKs and stuff that they're learning in their classroom, even like with the science of reading, and we'll introduce new words and learn about the syllables, and they can see how art is kind of an interdisciplinary subject and an SEL subject
So
too.
basically you take art and you relate it to real life things and so forth. Do you talk to the students about how they can use art in their profession as they grow older and so forth?
Absolutely. My husband is a structural engineer, and so I like to bring in a lot of architecture. In fact, last week for his starting Hispanic Heritage Month, talking about different projects around the world and stuff, 3rd grade was studying adobe houses in art, and we were talking about the different architecture. And I call it kind of like the art room rabbit hole, because you start talking about one thing, and then it's like, oh, you can use this skill, and then a kid will raise their hand. Yeah, I know so-and-so that's an engineer, so-and-so that's a mathematician, and how art plays into all of those things. And I talk to them a lot about how in art we're training our bodies to be still and our eyes to observe, and how those skills and those problem-solving things are also so important in all kinds of facets in life. And it's also a really fun time in our history, I think, to teach art with all of the digital media and
artificial intelligence.
Absolutely.
And all the different things that go on and how they build. You talked about structures and so forth, and I've seen how they build buildings that possibly couldn't be built in the past because of art and the concepts of how you put all those things together.
Absolutely, yeah.
So anything else you'd like to tell me about art and your vocation into art? Because it does sound like a vocation for you.
Yeah, it's definitely a calling. I love being a teacher, and I love watching the kids grow, and I love watching them grow in art. Like I said, their self-esteem and their problem-solving skills and their ability to take risk it's huge.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Roland. Really appreciate you sharing your love for art and your vocation into art, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, thank you.
You're welcome.